at the southern tip of Taiwan. Inside the Hengchun Tropical Botanical Garden, among the unique uplifted coral reef terrain, grow a variety of tropical plants. Of these, the most unique plant is this tall looking-glass tree. It's a large, woody evergreen tree that's associated with mangroves and grows along tropical coastlines. The tree grows to heights of 20 meters or more. On the back of the leaves are light-colored scales, which give it its Chinese name, silverleaf. Another important and obvious characteristic of the tree is its plate-like buttress roots, which gave rise to the name Buttress-Rooted Looking-Glass Tree. The looking-glass trees in the Hengchun Tropical Botanical Garden, however, are located on the mountain 200 meters above sea level. This is obviously distant from their relatives along the coastline. How they managed to get here can no longer be determined. This tallest tree in the garden, in particular, has been standing here since the garden was first established. As time went by, it's become part of local people's childhood memories, and one of the highlights that tourists marvel at. This tree, which is estimated to be more than 100 years old, is not only currently the oldest of its kind in Taiwan, it's become a definite must-see in Hengchun for an endless stream of visitors. For years, the staff of the Hengchun Research Center of the Taiwan Forestry Research Institute has been attending carefully to the trees in the garden. One day in 2014, however, they noticed something wrong.
叶板根是放为一个很重要的重点。那我好好去观察这棵树的地上部，发觉到枝叶末梢、树冠末梢干枯得很严重，然后它发出来新芽、新叶都变很小，然后变黄，这是一般来说是一个禾根病一个很重要一个外表特征。然后也发觉到这棵叶板根的旁边的樟树也有类似的情况。那所以说这棵树就因为这种样子被我列为一个很重要后续追踪的一个对象。那经过2年，也就是2个生长季的调查追踪之后，发觉到这两棵树，尤其是银叶板根，它的末梢枯干情形会越来越严重。那也就是说，在这个情况下，我就赶快跟我们总所森林保护组的专家病害专家邀请他们来看。那再往地下部一挖，发觉确实有这个病症。
那在我发现他生病了以后，那我们就通报总所。那总所的话，也在黄所长的带领之下，邀集了所内的专家一起来做现场的会勘。那在会勘采样以后，发现他确实是得了褐根病那经过研商以后，我们发现说，其他染病的区域的话，并不是整棵树的话都染病，它大概是根系的大概1/3的部位有染病。所以在这样情况之下的话，我们经过研商以后，觉得说最适合的方法就是先做紧急的外科医疗处理，就是说把它染病的部位的话，先把它移除、切除除了切除以外，我们还要再做一个土壤改良的一个动作。所以土壤改良就是把它换土做一些土壤的熏蒸消毒的动作。那简而言之，就是说整个的作业是包括生病部位的一个移除，也包括它的生长环境的一个改良，让它尽快的能够去恢复它的一个生机。
TFRI has developed a surgical treatment technology that helps prevent and treat brown root rot disease of trees over the past few years, and has transferred the prevention and treatment technology to private companies and groups. Given the size of the buttress-rooted looking-glass tree, a huge amount of labor was required for the process. Thus, the treatment team was jointly formed from the aforementioned private companies and research center staff. Step 1 of the treatment was to completely remove the root system of the camphor tree next to it. The bigger roots and remaining trunk could be removed with an excavator. The remaining woody debris with a diameter of 1 centimeter or more, however, needed to be carefully picked out by hand. Once the withered camphor tree and its root system were removed, digging progressed slowly toward the base of the buttress-rooted looking-glass tree to check for any diseased roots. The scope of resection needed to be carefully thought out to keep the mass of the buttress roots while cleaning up the diseased section. After the affected camphor tree next door was cleaned up, researchers started to check the root system of the buttress-rooted looking-glass tree. preliminary assessment revealed that the range of the disease had yet to spread. Hopefully, as intact and healthy a portion of the root system as possible could be retained, while the affected parts were being inspected and diseased roots were being removed so that the tree could recover more quickly. The core area of the target to be treated, that is, the portion of buttress roots that are exposed above the soil, was excavated with an air excavator, the so-called air shovel. The air shovel helps improve excavation efficiency and is less likely to harm the fine root system than a metal tool. The excavated soil would be backfilled after treatment. Therefore, while the diseased roots were being cleaned up, fumigation and disinfection needed to take place as soon as it was confirmed that the woody debris inside the soil had been completely picked out, so that there would be clean and sterile soil to backfill at the end of the treatment. Prior to fumigation, small pieces of wood pre-incubated and infected with the brown root rot disease in the laboratory needed to be placed into the soil and marked. These could then be tested to see if the brown root rot disease still remained upon completion of fumigation. If none of the markers carried the disease anymore, it meant the soil fumigant had been evenly mixed into the soil and killed all the brown root rot fungus. It also meant the soil was clean and sterile and could be backfilled into the root zone. After the earth at the root zone was excavated, different devices would be used to cut away infected parts of the root system. Whether with a chainsaw for large sections or small chisels for fine treatment, the staff must work within the small space left behind by the removed tree roots. It took a lot of experience and skill to save time and accomplish the debridement effect. As the area of excavation expanded, the zone from which the tree originally gained support was gradually reduced. In order to prevent the tree from tipping over or getting damaged because of uneven support, and to ensure the safety of workers underneath it, it was necessary to have support for the tree and its root system. After visual determination that the infected portions had been completely cleaned up, samples needed to be sent to a third-party laboratory for tests. The wrap-up process couldn't begin unless test results came back negative. After the exposed wood, without protection from bark, was disinfected with the spray disinfectant, it was burnt and carbonized with a blowtorch. The carbonized layer works to keep away pathogens. Meanwhile, treatment to induce rooting was done in order to expedite recovery and resumption of the tree's normal growth process. After lesions were completely removed and disinfection and carbonization done, it was necessary to bury plastic tarp at a depth of 1 meter. This formed a zone of exclusion surrounding the root system to prevent against invasion by other diseased root systems in the future. Finally, disinfected clean earth was backfilled. Treatment was complete.
幸好2年前呢，同仁及时发现了银叶板根的病况，也立即进行了治疗与处理。染病的区域呢，如同开花前评估的，也还没遍及全部的根系。那感染的范围呢，也只有根区面积的2/2，还没扩及树干基部底下的中央的根系，因此让治愈的机会大为提升。不过，毕竟它是老树了，已经不如青壮年期有旺盛的生长势。虽然抢救过后呢，到现在可以说脱离了危险期，但恢复状态还是需要长期来监测。我们园方呢，也还是持续进行每日的观察记录，努力守护这棵100年老树，期望它能继续健康的屹立下一个100年。